So, Tom,
Yeah.
I'm always on G Suite
You're always there. I always see your icon.
because I share you on everything.
Yes, I'm on all of your docs.
Yeah, there's not a single thing that I start in G Suite that I don't want you to know about.
Yes, you shared. You went through and put me on all of them, so I'm really updated about your life.
And that's the way I like it.
I like that too. That's why I've shared all of mine with you.
And I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
It's like we're sharing the same suite.
Right. It is sort of like we have like an office suite of sorts.
I do like to envision the G Suite as an actual suite,
Yes.
and we're both in it side by side, even if we're not in the same room.
Yeah, exactly. It's a physical space. Like it is actually technically I know it's like on the cloud or whatever, but I prefer to think of it as like a physical space.
Well, what is the cloud? But if not a frame of mind, and a room is a frame of mind too.
That is right.
So
That's right.
there's nothing different from a room and a G Suite.
I mean, there is no difference, I
Yeah.
would say. Yeah.
So the other day, I
Yeah.
go to Google Docs. I like to start a new one every day.
I love that.
Yeah. And I share you on it.
Mm-hmm.
And this time I was a little bit stuck.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I noticed there was a lot of like ... Like it was as if you were thinking in the morning. Like what should I add to my daily doc?
I love ellipses.
I
So
mean,
the ...
Can you get better
I just,
than that?
if I got nothing, I start putting in ellipses. I just ...
I literally just hold my finger down.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes up full pages.
Because, like, in a way, I'd rather put that down than nothing.
Yes. It's better to have something in your Google Doc.
Absolutely.
I mean, an empty Google Doc is just taking up space in the cloud.
That's one of my biggest fears, that someone will, like, walk in
Mm-hmm.
and see a blank sheet of paper in front of me. I don't even want to think about that.
It's embarrassing.
It's
embarrassing.
It's humiliating.
You're kind of like, I don't have any thoughts inside my head.
Right. Who wants to admit to that?
Who wants exactly? I'm thinking stuff all the time, you know?
So when they see, like, a bunch of periods, they're at least seeing that this is a person who's thinking.
Exactly. This is like, there's something going on even in the morning, you know? And that's why, if someone asks, like, why are you putting all these ellipses in here? What's going on? I'm like, consider yourself shared. You are now on the dock with me, and you get to take part in my life.
I want more people involved in this Google Doc.
Share everyone.
Share everyone.
Let's get everyone involved in our lives.
And they can edit.
And we give everyone editing permission.
Full access to every single person on this Google Doc.
And like that also reminds me of like, why can't people give me a Wikipedia?
Your own Wiki. Now, are you talking about a Wikipedia page or your own Wikipedia?
I guess that's a good question. There's a distinction. I guess like the idea of anyone can edit made me think of like why hasn't someone created a Wikipedia page for me?
I think that's fair. I would like to see something for you.
Absolutely.
And even if there's not like a ton of information there,
Yeah.
because sometimes I feel like I'm reading too much about a person where it's like, did they want me to know where they were born?
Right. Do
I
we
don't
need
think
to know that?
I don't think so.
Do I really just need to see a photo of them? Like what? Maybe it's better to have some mystery.
Maybe it's all mystery. It's just a question mark over the one of those like, gray pictures with the
Yes.
outline of a person and a question mark. Age indeterminate.
Who knows? I always like when they have age and then they say like approximately this age.
I love that. I love that.
Love it.
Sometimes, and this is a little dark, but I'll just say it. There are some people on Wikipedia that I found where people will be like, they died at 59 and then in parenthesis 58?
And
Question mark? They
I
don't
mean,
know.
They don't know.
They don't know.
It's like, did they have a funeral? I don't
Did
know.
they even die?
Are they still alive?
What's happening here? And that's when I'm like, has there ever been a Wikipedia detective?
This
Because-
is what I'm talking about. Has there
Yes.
ever been that?
Because I feel like there's a whole world of mystery within Wikipedia that we could just put on that little Sherlock Holmes hat
Absolutely.
and the big magnifying glass,
Uh-huh.
and just every day we clock in, we're Wikipedia detectives.
This is our whole job. We have to find out when people died and if they're still alive.
How many people, this is us interrogating the owners of Wikipedia, how many people do you have in your system that you claim are dead that are actually alive. I need to know this right now.
Right now, immediately. And if they don't come up with that, they get shared on the doc. I'm sorry.
Bring them in.
Bring them in.
Bring 'em in the doc.
Bring them in. And now everybody has an assignment. Please write a 1-paragraph essay for why it took so long to figure that out, how many people are dead that aren't dead. This is a problem.
You know what? If we could get, let's say, 1,500 people on this Google Doc.
Yes.
I'm just ballparking.
Absolutely.
Everyone writes a paragraph. We got a novel.
We got a whole novel. This is like an easy way to write books.
And this is the easiest way you could write a book.
Absolutely. I don't think there's any quicker way to do it. Everybody take 1 paragraph.
Yeah, we could get one done in a day.
Let's do a book a day. This is a new, and we're going to create a folder within Google Drive.
Yes.
Now, I know I'm zooming out a little bit, but like we create a folder in Google Drive called Book, and then inside of it, there's one document. Everybody does that, and we create a new folder for each book we write every day.
Every day, book a day.
Book a day.
We got to quote up. We got to read. We got to write a book every day.
Yep.
No rewrites.
No rewrites. No
First
rewrites.
draft, best draft.
That's right. The book is 1 page, and then it's 1,500 about the authors.
Yeah, we got a lot of right. When everybody's tasked to write a paragraph, they
Yes.
just write about themselves.
They just write about themselves because
That's-
everybody's publishing the book.
Yeah, that was one little hitch in the plan was
Right.
that we started strong with a paragraph that was like once upon a time there was a frog or something like that. And then everybody else is like, I'm Jason, I'm from Connecticut.
Right.
And it's like,
And like I like
yeah.
skateboarding and
Yeah.
planting. I'm a urban gardener.
I got invited on this Google Doc. It really changed my life.
Yep. Check out my new book. It's about a frog.
Yeah. And actually, it's kind of inspirational. This book is really inspiring people like
Yes.
who are kind of lost, who are like, I never thought I could write a book, but these people proved me wrong.
It's made me realize I want to be an author.
We're authors that only inspire people to author.
That's
That's
our sole
goal.
purpose.
And we go around, we give talks.
Yes.
And we're like, you could be an author. You could be an author. You could be an author. Everyone in this room could be an author.
That's right. And then we give them a link. We're like,
To the
this
Google
is where you can be an author.
On our Google Suite.
Yes.
Into the Google Suite, into the Google Doc. Come on, everybody, let's write a book right now.
Now, what do you think about the idea of red line edits? I'm going to highlight this sentence. I don't know if we need this. This is a great bio you wrote for yourself, but what if we put it like this? I mean, can we put little comments?
I love those little bubbles.
Yes.
That say, "Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure you
about
want to write
that.
that?
Yeah.
Let's change that up.
Right.
Let's change it up."
Is that also part of our job, where we're also the editors?
I feel like that's our strength is the editing and not the writing.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Critiquing others, first of all, inspiring people, and then after the fact, are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
And that could be our book on editing books. Are you sure about that? And just
Exactly.
like we tore the book.
Right.
And all it is like you open the page and it's like, are you sure about
Are you
that?
sure about that?
And gets people to think.
We
like,
keep the edits in.
I don't know if I'm sure about that.
That's right. The edits are actually not shared with anyone. Those are not public.
Those are on lock.
Those are locked comments that get published.
Right.
But they don't know about them.
Once we start making edits, that's when hard lock, no one else is shared on this Google Doc.
Yep.
Now it is private.
Copy paste into a fresh Google Doc where we're the only people shared.
This is a brand new start.
We have stolen
Yeah.
people's work
Yes.
at this point.
We have,
Which is kind of,
stealing.
and I'm not a fan of plagiarism.
I don't think it's plagiarism though, because you ever see those books where it's like 1,001 quotations? Did you write those quotations? I don't think you did.
I don't think so. Or like street jokes that people have heard over and recycled over the years. Are those yours?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Webster's Dictionary? Did you make up those words?
That's
I
right.
don't think you did.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
And that's our second book. I
don't think so. This is where we attack Webster and Wikipedia.
That's right.
And all these other places that are just collecting other people's writing. And we're like, we're no different than you. You started this.
You started this. Now we're going to do what you're doing.
And right, exactly. We're in the Webster Wikipedia business. We collect other people's writing and we put it into a big, sweet Google Doc.
It's the best Google Doc you've ever seen. That it's so big that like it takes, I don't know, a day to download.
The cloud is basically
It's
like
overheating our sweet computer.
it's shaking, it's
Yes.
overheating. The people at Google are scared.
They're scared. I mean, like the whole cloud, it's like raining.
It's literally raining.
It's raining.
It's raining ideas.
It's raining ideas. And I mean, what better thing can people ask for? Could you imagine if rain was actually like, no way, a new podcast idea?
Leave a bucket out, children, and in the morning we're going to have a bucket full of ideas.
That's right.
Yeah, because it's raining.
Because it's raining.
Yeah.
It's raining. It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining ideas.
That could be a hit song, too.
This could be the hit song. That's
Yeah.
right.
Top 40 classic. It's a club classic.
Now, I did have some bad news.
Oh, no.
I did notice that our Google Suite has been hacked. And I feel like our security needs to be stepped up a little bit. I don't know.
knew this would happen.
I knew it.
This would happen. I don't trust that cloud.
I don't trust it.
You know, they say like, oh, the cloud is secure. Is it secure?
Is it secure? There's no way to know.
We just got hacked.
We got hacked.
They've gone into, see, this is the thing. It's like we invited a select group of like 1,500 people into this Google Doc.
Yes.
And now we see 1501. Who's that
Who
one?
is that?
That's a hacker.
That is that there's one hacker in here, and it's really hard to tell who it is because all the little avatars are just letters.
I know.
And like animals, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some people are using animals, and that makes it fun.
That makes it fun.
I love it.
There's so many. It's like a whole zoo up there in the top right.
Now, if I was a hacker, I'd probably put like, what's that sweet little hedgehog? Maybe just a hedgehog.
Or maybe just a hedgehog, yeah.
Like a hedgehog emoji.
Right.
And just
right.
like, hey, I'm just a hedgehog, but I'm actually a hacker.
I'm actually a hacker.
We investigate the hedgehog first. We're on Google Meet right now.
That's right.
This is where we meet, see face to face.
We're like, turn your camera on. They're like, no, I'm just going to be a hedgehog. I would like to remain anonymous.
Okay, well, this is the first problem within this meeting is that we suspect you to be a hacker.
And then they go, they make a little cute hedgehog sound. And we're like,
oh, you're winning me over.
And I feel like you're maybe not a hacker, but I feel like you might be. It's so cute, though.
Is it a hacker or is it a hedgehog? I'm like really thinking about what this person is.
It's so hard to tell, I mean, like maybe this is their disguise. It's like, I'm cute. Sorry.
I'm a hedgehog.
I'm a hedgehog.
I can't. Right. Now, that's a scary thought because if like all of our cute animals were actually hackers,
oh my God.
What a terrible world that would be.
Could you imagine you let a chipmunk in and then next thing you know, your Wi-Fi is gone and your bank accounts are empty?
Yeah, that's scary because I totally would let a chipmunk in. If a chipmunk went to my doorstep, I would let it in.
Get on in here right now. I don't care if you're a hacker. You're so furry and cute.
Put a little party hat on it.
A little party hat
Pretend we're having a tea party.
And then it turns around and it's like, my name is Anonymous.
Oh, no. It's Anonymous the hacker.
It's Anonymous the hacker. And it was a hedgehog or a chipmunk this whole time. I just feel like, I love the idea of letting everyone into our Google Docs, but it can represent a problem, I think.
So now we've been infiltrated. Like, see, this is actually where I think the problem was. Webster is a book.
Yes.
And we are a Google Doc.
Right.
But how can Google Docs one day be a book? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it just feels like when you have a book, no one can hack it.
Right. There's no way to steal from it in that sense.
Is there any way that we could transfer this Google Doc into paper?
I mean, I've heard of this place called Staples, and I hate.
That's good.
I mean, I hate to go there, but we could be like, we have a gigantic Google Doc. It's going to cost a lot of money to print this, but we need to for our own safety.
We're going to need to collectively. Everybody's got to put in $5. Everybody who's on the Google Doc, put in $5 because we need to print this thing now.
We got to print it now
before anybody else gets access to it.
It's for everyone's safety. Here's my Venmo. send money now.
Boop, 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 boop.
Now we got a lot of money. I mean, 1,500 people just sent us $5.
Head to Staples.
Head to Staples, and that's enough money to print multiple books.
Now we're a printing press.
We are a printing press now, and
Yeah.
we kind of just move into Staples.
We're moving in.
We're moving, and
Yeah.
we love it so much here. We're moving in.
Because I feel like Staples is the only place that's safe right now. I don't feel safe in my apartment.
I don't feel safe in my apartment. I don't feel safe here.
The apartment can be hacked. Get our gear. Get the bedding.
Now, I do. Has your apartment ever been hacked?
I
It is scary.
fear it.
Yeah, I do have a literal firewall around my apartment.
That's nice.
It's like kind of like that song from Johnny Cash with the Ring of Fire.
Yes.
I do have a ring of fire on my apartment at all times.
Well, that would keep hackers out.
They're afraid of fire.
I just didn't want to pay that extra fee.
It's a lot,
I didn't want to do that.
It's a monthly, and it sometimes I have it on auto pay, and sometimes I if it lapses, the fire goes down, and I'm like, am I safe right now? I mean,
yeah, you're not.
I'm not.
Yeah.
And I'm not. And I'm not.
But that's why I feel like Staples. I mean, like, you ever go into a Staples and it's like, wow, it's well lit.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's so clean. I'd like to live here.
Absolutely. They have recliners in the back.
How beautiful is that?
I mean, it's
on.
like I can't believe they have furniture in there. It's like beautiful.
They're kind of they have a bathroom, they have toiletries, they have I see they have toothpaste and stuff. That's kind of like saying do you want to live here?
I know that I would not mind, And
Yeah.
at this point, if we're selling books and we're making money, we can offer them rent.
That's it. We're paying rent at Staples.
We're paying rent at Staples.
And look, we're going to run a book publisher in the back.
That's right.
And you run your business, we'll run ours.
Yes.
But we do live here at Staples.
And, we're just going to reserve this copy machine. It's ours now. We're just going to be exclusively using this copy machine to make the book.
Yes.
And people are like, this is creating lines.
We know, but look, what are you printing?
What have you done lately?
Yeah, we start interrogating. We're like, what are you printing right now?
What are you printing?
Is it a book?
It doesn't seem as important as what we're doing.
Yeah, anybody who's not printing a book, that's your line.
Right.
Yeah, this is just for book publishers.
Right. And I feel like this attitude translates great. I mean, this can go anywhere. It's like, excuse me, this is ours now. And I just love that.
We're polite about it.
We're nice, but we're just firm. We're just very firm and immovable object about it. You know?
It's like, look, with all due respect, this is our printer.
This is, with all due respect, this is our bathroom. We start taking over the Staples in that way too. It's like we pay rent.
Yes.
So if you're a customer, I'm sorry, you have to go next door.
Yeah. And that coffee maker, that's actually ours.
That's ours.
Because they have some coffee makers in there.
They do.
So we're at the coffee maker I know this looks like this is one for sale, but we actually bought this, and this is where we want to keep it.
Right.
This is
right.
our coffee maker.
Before you know it, we're like, everybody out. We own we own this Staples.
Everyone please leave.
And we're nice about it.
Yes. Oh, we're very nice
We're
about it.
very nice
like,
about
listen, you know what? We thought we could cohabitate, but we can't. You got to go.
It's not good for us.
Yeah,
we
it's not
actually
good.
need some space. We need personal space, and everyone out.
We buy the Staples.
Buy the Staples.
And now it's just like, if I bought a Staples, honestly, I wouldn't start up another Staples. I'd just live at the Staples.
I would just live at the
Staples.
I'd take everything down.
I'd take everything down.
It just becomes an apartment, a humongous apartment.
Right.
Could you imagine?
And then we set up the chairs, and we invite everybody who is in the Google Doc in person now, everyone in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
We don't trust the cloud.
We don't trust it.
We don't even trust writing.
We don't trust writing. We only trust eye contact at this point. Everyone take their sunglasses off.
Everyone take them off.
Take them off. Everyone's got them on for some reason. I don't know which one's the hacker. And then I turn to you, and I know that this is going to throw people off, but I go, zip.
Yes, we start playing Zip Zap
We play
Zop.
Zip Zap Zop with 150 people.
We need to bond.
We got to become one.
It's a team building.
This is the spirit of the Google Doc all again.
But it's in real life. I know it's very unorthodox.
Very, very crazy.
But we're going to publish books this way.
This is how we're going to publish books. I mean, we put up, on the top of Google Docs how there's like margins?
Yes.
Where it's like it can only
those.
be this like length. I'm feeling like our margins have got to be really thin.
Thin margins.
You can get a couple words per row.
Thin.
Thin.
Like razor thin.
Razor thin.
Razor thin margins.
Like this book is the thinnest book you've ever seen published.
You know what I always feel it gets in the way is the spaces between the words.
Yes.
Eliminate the spaces.
No space.
Just like everything tight.
And 36 Helvetica bold.
Perfect.
I mean, at that point, it's like a letter per row.
It's just ink.
It's just ink. You can't even read it. It's just more of a subliminal kind of thing.
It's more of a subliminal thing.
At this point.
Yeah, it's a subliminal book, and it's never been done.
And somebody's like, I have a problem with that in the circle. And we go up and we literally highlight them with an actual highlighter.
We take a highlighter and we just highlight.
Just highlight the person like, I disagree with that.
Yeah.
That's like a symbolic sign of like, I have some notes for you.
You've been noted.
You've been noted.
We got to move on.
We got to move on, yeah.
Yeah.
There's not enough time.
What we have here is a creative force that is just unlike anything that's ever been done.
Unstoppable.
I think that, thin margins,
Yeah.
I feel like we could put that outside instead of staples.
Yes.
Take down the staple sign.
Take it down.
And now it's thin margins.
Thin margins.
Yes. And people like, what is
that about?
What's going on in there?
Yeah.
And they come in and we like say, hey, what's going on? Do you have a story you want to tell?
Because you can tell it here.
You can tell it here because here at Thin Margins, it is a collective book writing collective.
That's right.
I feel like so many people have ideas, but they don't have stories. So it's like, we can help be part of the collective.
Right.
And if your idea is like, it's a person in the rain, we're going to use that. That's all you have. You don't have a full story, but you have that visual.
It's in there.
It's in the story.
All
now.
the ideas are in the final draft.
Final draft.
It's the final draft.
This is the final draft, people.
There's no going back. Everything in the book. Let's get it all in there.
You know what they say? Throw everything but the kitchen sink.
That's right. That means sentence fragments. That means exclamation points.
Put it in.
That means soliloquy. We want it all.
Onomatopoeia. We want that. Throw it in.
Throw it in there. Alliteration, haiku. Throw it in.
Throw it in.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. It's a play. In the middle of this book, it's a play.
It's a play. It's a play at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I
like that a lot.
It's a play at the end of the day.
At the end of the day. Because actually, what we've been doing at the end of the day, this has been a play.
This has been a play the whole time.
Curtains goes up.
Curtains come up over thin margins.
Yeah.
We have a curtain on top of the building that comes down and up. Yeah.
And who's out there? A full audience.
A full audience is in the parking lot.
Yeah.
We got bleachers.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a balcony over by the cars.
Someone's up there just like slow clapping. And they're like, well done. They're on a computer and they click save. And this whole experience is saved and able to be recreated at any time. Isn't that the beauty of save? I mean, does it get better than save? Like, oh, I have all these, look at all these experiences that I'm experiencing. I wish I could remember. Save.
Do you remember a time before save? I don't. Because that must have been a hell of a time when people were just like writing things and then they couldn't save it.
It's like I got to redo it every time.
That's insane.
That's insane. I mean, imagine the heartbreak where it's like I had the best idea ever and I can't remember it.
No.
It's gone forever.
There was no save.
There was no save function.
I think that's like one of the most essential functions. I feel like that should be in life.
I would love a save function in life.
Save.
Absolutely. Save.
Yeah.
You can say it in a conversation.
Save.
Kind of like a timeout almost.
I love this conversation. Save.
Yep. Gonna remember that. Save.
Hug someone goodbye. Save.
I'm sorry. I didn't like that. Edit undo.
Edit undo.
Edit undo. We're gonna do it again, everyone.
Yeah.
Let's do that again.
I want to get out of here right now. Control Alt Delete.
Control Alt Delete.
I'm out of here. Bye.
I'm out.
Leaving.
You vanish. You restart and spawn.
Yeah.
Back at the place.
And you're like, whoa.
You're like, whoa.
Let's try it again.
Let's try it again, everybody. Edit, redo. They do the same thing. And you're like, you have to restart it again. And before you know it, we're hacked again.
Oh,
Another virus.
I knew this
it
would
won't
happen.
restart. You've vanished, and you've vanished for a long time. and we got to take you to the shop. We need
God.
the Geek Squad
I
to
knew
get
it.
you back.
The Geek Squad is now the most important organization on the planet. They can revive you back to life.
They are now like EMTs.
Yeah.
At this point, they are kind of technology EMTs, I suppose.
They're almost like Dr. Frankenstein. They could you could be lying completely erased on their table, like you're vanishing.
Right.
And they're like, Geek
Geek
Squad.
now.
Let's go.
Let's go. Get him back to life.
Whoa. And they're like, we just needed to blow on it.
That's all we needed to do.
We just needed to unplug and replug it.
You're a human N64. We just need to blow and
Yeah.
you're back.
And now you're back.
Better
than ever.
And then the Geek Squad, they do a high five and then they go zip zap zop because that's the meaning of life.
They've been bonding this entire time.
That's
They've
why
been bonding.
Geek Squads are so good. They bond.
They just love each other
They do.
in a
They
way
do.
that most people don't get.
And I love that. I love when you have like inside jokes with friends.
It's the best.
It's the best. I don't think there's anything better.
I mean, originally, that's why I opened the Google Doc and I shared you on it, because I just wanted to put all our little inside jokes
Right.
into one little thing, and I didn't want anyone else to see.
I didn't want it all that. Yeah, I wanted
No.
it to be for us. But
Right.
then, one thing led to another, and look at us now.
When I would just write turtle, and you got it.
I knew it. I knew what it meant. There was a link to a turtle. It went right to Wikipedia.
I love that. That
I'm
was
like,
good
that is
stuff.
a turtle.
Yeah.
That is a turtle.
We could, Wikipedia. I just feel like we could do our own.
I think so.
I just feel like we could.
I think this is our. This needs to be our new. We're on the case.
Like Tompedia.
Tompedia.
And we're just like restarting, and we're like, we got a page for turtle. This is going to be a lot of work.
This is a ton to recreate.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like Wikipedia, like
That could be something too.
this could be good too.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, we keep it really brief.
Right. Turtle and then a picture. And I don't think we need anything
I don't think
else.
we need anything else.
Yeah.
There's like one thing at the top there's a help bar. If somebody needs help, they can click help.
And we go straight directly to their house.
That's the difference between our help function and a computer's help function. We show up.
We're actually going to help you.
We're going to help you. We're going to be like, do you need any help like doing laundry or do you need to go shopping?
We're making them lunch. We're like, what's going on? What do you need?
What do you need?
We'll do anything for you.
They're like, what? Why isn't there more about the turtle? We're like, don't even focus on that.
Don't
Like,
even
what
worry
do you
about
need
the
us to
turtle.
do? Do you need us to microwave some food or
Do you want us to take you to see some turtles? Hop in the car.
hop in the car? And
We're
we
going
take
to the-
people
Yes.
to the zoo.
We're going to the zoo.
We're going to the zoo.
Come on,
Hey,
everybody.
We're going to the zoo. And we start picking up people on the way. We're like, this is actually a drive. This is a carpool. More people have asked us for help. We're all going to the zoo.
Come on, everybody, into the car. We arrive at the zoo. We're like 40 people. We're like, can we see the turtles?
Can we?
Can we?
Can we?
Can we?
And
We
they're
do.
like, all right, sure.
We're in, and we start playing with turtles and swimming with them.
I mean, isn't that... Is there anything better than that? That might even be better than buying Staples at this
is
point.
magical.
And then we start moving in, and we're like, you know what? I'm gonna say this very nicely, but this is our turtle pond.
Folks, we were chained to life
Yeah,
before this,
Yeah.
and right now we're free.
we're free.
Let's just do it. Let's just live with these turtles.
And before you know it, it's like Finding Nemo. We are part of the herd, and we develop gills, and we can all breathe underwater and live as turtles.
We're finding ourselves.
We're finding ourselves. This is great self-discovery.
I feel like, like once I'm like around them for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe I'll get a shell. Maybe I'll get a shell.
You develop a shell.
I'm like, come on, this is nice.
That's right.
I actually feel a little safer in a shell.
I mean, like, who would not want that? You can go to sleep inside it. You can, like, collapse into it. It's like your own tent.
Right. And then when the hackers come back, I'm in my shell.
I'm gone.
And the hacker's like, where'd it go?
And the person with, like, and we're like a little turtle icon.
We're like,
And they're like,
sorry.
Sorry.
And the hacker's like, oh my God, I don't know. All I know is computers. I don't know anything about the real world.
No.
And this is how we defeat the hackers, because we're part of nature now.
We're part of nature. And also, like, everyone knows this. Hackers can't go underwater. I think that's the ultimate,
They can't swim.
They're afraid of water.
Yes.
They can't, and fire. Firewalls and water walls.
Anything with the natural elements of Earth,
Yes.
totally scare them.
That's right. They live in the cloud. You know?
They live in the cloud.
They live in the cloud. Hackers live in the cloud.
Yeah, but Earth, fire, water, wind,
earth, wind, and fire.
heart.
Yep.
These are the things, with our powers combined, we are beating hackers.
We are beating them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, like in the modern world of Captain Planet, I mean, like, let's just name it.
I mean, is
what
this
we're
the
talking
new book?
about. We're talking about Captain Planet.
Captain Planet, the
Yeah.
book.
We're talking about Captain Planet,
We
the
really are.
book. This is a novel. It's not a joke. It's not a cartoon.
No.
This is Captain Planet, the novel. It's 400 pages.
It's 400 pages. Most of it, again, it's bios.
It's a lot of bios.
It's a lot of author bios because it's collaborative.
And everybody's talking about their relationship with Captain Planet. Some people are saying, like, I used to grow up with it.
Right.
Some people are saying, I don't know what that is.
Yes.
And everybody's kind of talking about their relationship with Captain Planet.
Right. Right. I mean, I think, and on the back of the book, you know, you have it's $5.99. We keep it low.
You can't beat $5.99.
You can't beat that price.
It's the best price there is.
The best price.
Every time I see something that's $5.99, I don't care what it is.
I'll buy it.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm like, this is stupid for me not to get it.
If it's less, I'm like, that's a weird price. $5.99 though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty perfect.
$4.99, I'm feeling like this is probably a garbage quality.
Oh yeah.
thing.
Why isn't
I'm
it
not
$5?
gonna- Yeah, exactly. Why is it not $5.99? Something's wrong with it.
Something is wrong with this.
$5.99. Now I'm like, wait a minute.
Now let's turn back the clock here.
Yeah.
I need to see what's going on.
I have to buy it. So that's why that Five Below place, it's like, I don't know about it.
I don't know.
I just don't know. It just seems like too much.
It's too much money.
or not
What about
enough.
$5.99 below? I would shop there.
Take down the Staples sign. This is now a $5.99 below.
$5.99 below, and we're direct competitors. They're across the street.
They're across the street.
And that's a big. That's like in your face. We're 99 cents more, and we can get a little pricier, but more people are going to come here. It's better quality.
Every morning the Five Below people are like shaking their fists at us. How dare you do this? Well, it's
How
like,
dare-
sorry.
There's a Papa John's across the street. We decided to get into pizza. We're like Uncle John's. What now?
Now, what's better than a Papa?
What's better?
An uncle.
Papa is uncle.
Yeah.
we love. Yeah, you
We
gotta
love
the
uncles.
uncle.
Yeah.
Uncle John's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funkle John's.
Funkle John's.
Yeah. Everybody loves a fun uncle.
Everyone loves
Yeah.
Funkle John's.
Papa John crying. Like, what did you do to my business?
We're like, I don't know, but
Sorry.
sorry. We're at $5.99 below and Funkle John's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Caesars.
I mean,
Big
big
Caesars.
Caesars.
All our pizza are big. Our
Giant.
pizza is big.
Our mascot is huge. A huge pizza boy.
7 stories tall.
It's, I mean, the biggest pizza boy you've ever seen.
That's a big pizza boy right
That's a
there.
big pizza, and it gets
Yeah.
so big
Yeah.
that it accidentally kind of turns into a King Kong situation, and it does take down our 5.99 below.
Call
And
the mayor.
Call the mayor. Get the mayor on the horn.
Yeah.
Get him on the horn now.
We got a sitch.
We got a sitch.
Yeah.
We created a monster.
There is a legitimate monster.
There is.
We got
yes.
a massive pizza boy on the loose.
We got it. It's like it's destroying buildings. It's eating all the pizza,
Yeah.
and people are not happy about that because it needs to eat a lot of pizza.
And you know, like like it kind of defeats the whole purpose of this whole thing because we were trying to sell pizza to the people, but this pizza boy ate our entire supply.
That's I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, you know how bees are good for the environment, but you don't want to get stung? It's kind of like that with Giant Caesar because Giant Caesar's so tall that he actually goes into the clouds and start eating the hackers.
Love
and
it.
he's like, pizza, and he eats a hacker.
He's eating the hackers.
And it's like a yin and yang. It's like, okay, that's good, but he is also destroying the earth. But he is like, protecting the skies.
We got to just like talk to the people and say, listen, this is just our new reality.
Yeah.
We got a big Caesar on the loose.
We got a big Caesar on the loose.
And he regenerates all our weapons.
Yep.
It's like Godzilla. I mean, he just regenerates.
He just regenerates. And we are taking questions. This is a press conference. People start raising their hands and they're like, how did he become to be? And we're like, we don't want to get into it.
Can we take other questions?
Can we take other questions? And somebody's like, how are you going to repay for all of this? You created we're like, these are bad questions.
When we said we're taking questions, we were hoping like, is the store going to reopen?
Is the store? We were hoping for softball questions.
We were hoping for like, kind of candy coated questions.
Oh, yeah. People are like, how am I gonna like rebuild my home? And we're like, that's not about us.
These questions are making me feel bad about myself.
I know. Yeah. And we're like, they're like, you're evicted. And we're like, no, because we were living in the Staples.
Well, what do you mean we can't live here anymore?
What do you mean we can't live here anymore? And they're like, we get exiled.
We're exiled.
And, it's spotty Wi-Fi connection. And like, we can't even get into the Google. We've locked ourselves out. We tried to reset our password. We're locked out.
You know what? I think it's for the best.
I think it's for the best.